Block shot. I had a block shot. Suck it.
Yes. Okay. The one that caught a foul?
No, the 3-pointer that she tried to shoot, and I tipped it.
I have Rachel Banham and Alyssa Thomas taking questions in the room and then on Zoom. Go ahead now.
There's obviously a lot to like tonight. What do you think?
Sorry about that. Sorry we didn't say hi to you yet. So sorry. We're so
Nice to meet you guys.
You too.
So just obviously a lot to like tonight. What did you think was like kind of the key to being so dominant from the first quarter all the way through?
Always for us, it's defense, like defensive intensity. And I felt like our emphasis has been on starting the game stronger. And our starters did such a good job these last, 2 games that we have come out and just dominated from the jump. And when we start like that, it's tough to have the other team try to come back from that.
Is there something you're seeing that help get those hot starts, rather than how it was earlier in the season, or any new habits or process, or is it just kind of a renewed level of focus?
Honestly, I don't know why we have slow starts. It just kind of happens for us. But today we were locked in, attention to detail. I think a lot of times it's just us not making shots early and they're making shots. So today was just a good day for us.
All right. Taking questions in the room. Anyone? Okay, Emily?
You guys have talked about a lot just kind of wanting to put 4 quarters together. Did this feel like the most complete game that you guys have had so far?
I mean, almost. I mean, it didn't help that they were in the bonus with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I mean, I think defensively, their percentages, I think we did a great job defensively in holding them below a lot of their averages. They're a team that gets a lot of rebounds and, emphasis on that too. So I think we did a great job just being locked in on our game plan today.
Any other questions?
Oh, and Rachel, for you, how much more do you feel like the bench has kind of been able to find some comfort in the rotations over this last, week and a half, especially? It feels like you and Tiff have kind of really settled in.
Yeah, I feel like we're starting to get there. I think we're still trying to find our rhythm at times and just being part of in different groups and just finding where we fit. But I think our staff and the players that we're with are really helping put us in the positions that we need to be. We're putting Tiff in spots where she can drive, areas where I can get shots off or play in the 2-man. So I think we're slowly really figuring it out for our bench, because at the end of the day, we got to be able to help them out when they need rest or when things go down and they need to sit on the bench for a little bit. I guess not really for 18, but so I feel like we're slowly figuring it out, but I think that we still have more to give.
And then I have a few Olympics questions. Should I do them now?
Yeah.
Or do you want
Rachel, should I leave?
Yep. No, you don't have to.
No, I want to leave.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sorry we didn't say hi.
No, all good.
I swear we're nice.
So first of all, just congratulations on
Thank you.
your selection. And I'm curious for you what went into the decision to want to play this summer. Obviously, you have a couple weeks off from the WNBA, but was it a difficult decision? Was it kind of a no-brainer once you realized that it was an option?
Honestly, this has been a few years in the making. I hadn't done USA basketball probably since coming out of college. I just kind of had stepped away from it, pulled my name out of it, and the one season overseas, Coach Reeves had reached out to me about coming back and trying out for this team. She kind of described what the emphasis was going to be defensively, and she thought I would be a great piece to add. And I still have my reservations, but she kept it real with me and said, if it wasn't going to work out, then I would be honest with you early on. And I respected that and just went in and tried it and had a lot of fun at Worlds. So it's been a few year process for me.
Was there something in particular that you had reservations about, or was it more just the fact that it's something additional to all the basketball you're already playing?
I don't think USA really in the past was fit for the style of play that I had. Just watching and the type of players that had played, and I also didn't think it was my turn yet. There's so many players that don't make the team or that are ahead of you in that position. So I'm 32 and I'm getting my first chance at it. So a lot of it is just being patient and waiting for your opportunity.
And then do you have a favorite memory from that 2022 experience?
Honestly, it was a whirlwind. I went from losing into the finals and the next morning on a plane to Australia and into playing 3 games in 4 days. So yeah, it was a tough decision to even go to that after, losing and not being able to turn the page on that. But I ended up having a lot of fun, being that it was one of my first experiences back playing. And yeah, it ended up being the moment that I needed after losing the finals. And it was a great overall experience.
And then from your standpoint, obviously it's different than playing on a team where you're together the whole off season, training camp, everything, you're kind of all thrown together. What's the biggest challenge in that? And then as an individual, what's your role in kind of helping to adjust so quickly?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, we don't get a lot of time to practice even when we're not playing the W. There's a few of us that are playing overseas. So the moments that we do have to come together, it's not that much practice time where, other teams are probably preparing now, they have months to prepare. So fortunate enough, we've all played against each other for so long, so we know each other's games. But yeah, it's an adjustment, and I think everyone sacrifices in those moments, and we're all going out there for a greater goal, and we all try to contribute in any way that we can.
And then what would winning gold mean to you?
It would be huge. I mean, it's something that I've watched growing up. It's a big thing in my family that we watch. Summer Olympics, the swimming, gymnastics, track, all those things. And I'm getting an opportunity to go out there and be around the top athletes in the world. And, I'm going to be able to share that with my family. They get an opportunity to be there instead of watching on TV. So I'm just excited to be able to share in this moment with many people. And I mean, to be an Olympian and a gold medal, I mean, that's kind of unheard of. So I'm just excited.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I have Stephanie White going to do a quick statement, taking questions in the room and then on Zoom. Go ahead, Steph.
I'm proud of our group. Anytime you go on the road, it's tough. It's tough to win on the road. It's tough to win against the really good teams in this league. And Dallas is one of those really good teams. And for us, we came out and we established ourselves on the defensive end of the floor. Our offensive rhythm and flow was really good. And we maintained that for most of the game. Our second and fourth were a little slow, but got contributions from a lot of different people. So just overall really proud of our effort.
Yeah, Alyssa was talking about how obviously you had a better start in the last few games. Are you seeing anything different from a process or preparation standpoint that's allowing you guys to get off to these better starts?
Not really. I just think our energy in the once the ball goes up has been better, and our aggressiveness on the defensive end of the floor. As far as the prep, it's been very similar. There haven't been unless they're doing something different in the locker room or in warm up. But as far as our prep, everything has been the same. I think it's just more of a sense of urgency and understanding that we have to be able to get off to better starts.
And you feel like the Liberty loss had anything to do with your mindset change or anything like that? Or were you guys, and you guys had talked about the urgency even before that as well?
I don't think so. We know that, this league is a grind, and there are days that we're going to win. There are days we're not going to win. And for us, it's about just continuing to stack days to be the most consistent, best team that we can be. And, we haven't really put together a full 40-minute game yet. That's our goal, is to continue to work ourselves to that. We know it's a game of runs. We know the season is going to be, a season of runs as well. And we're pretty focused on the one day at a time, trying to be better than we were yesterday.
Emily, go ahead.
Hey, Steph. I feel like Nay really kind of powered the offense, especially, coming out in that first quarter. I mean, how important has she been to just kind of getting things going for you guys and bringing that energy out of the gate?
Really important. I always feel like, not that Nay's not an offensive player. She is, and she's very capable, but I always feel like she changes the game for us because of her defensive effort and energy. So when she starts, locked in, and it's a lot to always guard the opponent's best perimeter player. You don't get plays off. You don't get not possessions off, right? So I think for her, establishing herself with what she did on the defensive end today was huge for us. And then that also allows us as a core group to be solid on the defensive end and get out in transition. And she is so good at getting out in transition. She's so good off the ball with her cutting and making herself available. She's been instrumental in our start this year, and her consistency has been terrific.
Kind of on that, you hold Arike to a season low today. I mean, I know some of that is missing shots, but what do you think has made you guys so effective against so many of these top shooters in the league consistently?
Well, it starts with Nay. It starts with Nay and just her ability to take away the high percentage looks by great players. Breon January does an outstanding job of coming up with defensive game plans, for our team, and we go out and we execute them. But it starts with Nay at the point, just really being disciplined and forcing these great players to take shots that we want them to take. Now they're going to make them, they're going to make some, but we want them making the shots that we want them to take. And then it's a total team effort, right? So whether it's an on-ball screen execution, whether it's being in the gaps to make sure that we have her back and that we can slow down, a great player like Enrique, when we get switched off, we're continuing to shade or force into the action that we want them to go into. So it's being disciplined, it's energy, it's high attention to detail. It's terrific one-on-one defense by Nay, and then collective team defense by our group.
Any other questions?
Hey, just one Olympics question. It's obviously Alyssa Thomas made the Olympic team. You coached her for a while. What do you see that you can contribute at that level, and especially in a team that everyone hasn't been playing together with that much consistency the same way that a WNBA team would be?
Well, she does all the little things. I mean, the obvious things are what show up in the stat sheet, but her ability. I mean, her basketball IQ is off the charts. So her ability to be a ball mover on offense, her ability defensively to play key one-on-one matchups, to be in the right place at the right time and help side, to rebound on both ends of the floor, to push tempo, use her versatility to play multiple positions, initiating offense, playing off the ball, she's a really good screener as well. So, she's just one of those plug and play type of players who can play with multiple types of lineups. And those types of players are incredibly valuable.
Thank you.
Thank you.